Hello, hello. This is quite awkward, but while trying to replug my monitor, I leaned on the shutdown button, so I shut down my computer. Yeah, so new stream, everyone. I'm going to post on Reddit as well, so that everybody knows that we're going to a new one. I seriously hoped I would be able to just continue streaming on the old one, but apparently YouTube decided that's the end, so... Let me just let everybody on Reddit know that the link is changed now. Yeah, real shame that hopefully everybody can find their way back. Sorry about the trouble, but we can play again now. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, Eduardo. Alright. The most important part is we are back online, so let's get down to it. First, let's explore the -1 area, I suppose. Get rid of the Cyclops all around the place. Alright, I can see some people are finding their way back. There's like 3 of us already, amazing. Even 2 at this point, great. We have been at like 14, real shame. So I hope sooner or later they realize that I have only temporarily disconnected. Maybe search my channel again. Alright, never mind though, as long as we have some viewers we can continue. Let me know if you can hear me alright. I didn't really have time to test my microphone again. Hopefully it's not making any weird noises like it sometimes does. So they have added all those Cyclops-like pieces of furniture, like stone shelves and skull pillars. Those items are all new. They weren't here before. Alright, so we have been here already, right? Here's that additional entrance, and there's the altar area with a corpse that has a book on black demons in there. Interesting stuff, really, if we consider what exactly that setup means. We have some sort of ancient temple that probably used to be in the Mount Sternum area. Mount Sternum is filled with mysterious pieces and ruins. In any case, that temple, even though it is ruined, has been used quite recently, because there is a fresh body. There is someone using a manual on how to use, how to summon black demons, which is also quite unusual. And of course, we can assume that they kind of failed, since the only thing we see in there isn't a black demon, but a demon skeleton. So it was either a failed experiment, or the demon skeleton is just whatever remained after the experiment or ritual, or whatever you want to call it. Quite interesting indeed. Alright. Well, we're still at 2 concurrent viewers, which means we have probably lost everybody's attention with that little disconnect. Well, as you can see, the upper areas of the Mount Sternum dungeons are just mostly filled with Cyclops. There's a couple places where you can find undead. This is one of those. There's a wooden coffin, one of those you cannot open, and let's see. Grave with nothing written, another grave with nothing written on it. And then there's some skeletons. It's really interesting if you think about it. Grave with nothing written again. there's literal graves in here, which means that people at some point were buried here. Either that, or someone moved the bodies and the graves right here on purpose. It would make sense because none of those graves have any inscriptions on them. At least not in this little cemetery, but still, I don't want to go into the Undead Caves yet. So let's go back to the Cyclops. Sorry about that, guys, another little delay. So this area is the Noble Armor quest, in case you didn't know. In order to enter this room, you not only need to have level 35, you also need to solve some puzzles for Skjar. And right here you can get a crown helmet, noble armor, there's nothing in the coffin, and this chest contains some useful items, including, I think it's a white pearl or a small diamond, I can't really remember. I didn't really access this place for quite some time. Still, if you're interested in some easy to grab daily spawns and you're level 35 or higher, you should definitely try it. Don't forget, the key, it costs like 1k GP, so it's not exactly free either. But for the crown armor, I mean, noble armor and crown helmet, definitely worth it. Alright, I can see we have already 7 people watching us, so we're coming back, that's good to see. Let's finish finding all the points of interests that got generated, and also exploring the upper area. So, like I said before, the Cyclops haven't really done anything interesting with the place. The real exploring is only going to begin once we reach the Undead Caves. There's way more hidden peek holes and passages. The Cyclops area was added just to simulate like a regular cave with enemies, I guess. Cyclops Smith as well. How do you tell whether an area is old or new? Your best bet is to just check containers like these. If you find containers that have food in them, or maybe some loot weapons like regular axes, hand axes, then it's almost definitely an older area. And if there's nothing in them, then you can be pretty sure that it has either been recently reworked, like this one, or it's just a new one. New map makers really don't bother with placing any loot items in the containers, which is a shame in my opinion. There's nothing in this stone shelf as well. Hello. Right, the Cyclops. And one more Cyclops drone. So as far as I know, the drones and the smiths, they have some special packs just to make a very basic enemy like a Cyclops a little bit more interesting of an encounter. I know that smiths can like stun you or rather inflict drunkenness, because that's how it works. Not sure what the drones do though. I think they have a ranged attack. Alright, so right here we're sort of underneath that temple demon summoning area. Let's see, right above us, right? There's the temple. So the placement, I think, is quite well thought through. There has to be some connection between lava and dark magics. We actually know there is. We know that Dimona, that spot where warlocks are hiding, has been creating using lava, and there's lava all around. And here we have ruins of some ancient temple, magic, ritual sort of place, and it is right over a huge lake of lava. If there isn't a connection, I'd be quite surprised. Why do Cyclops smiths only have 2 toes? It's even weirder than the regular Cyclops who have like 3 on one and 4 on others. Well, it feels like a downgrade, to be honest. Let's see. So if you stand in front of one, there's like 3 toes on this leg, and he died too early, but 4 on this one, as you can see. Alright, so we have been here before. Let's do a larger loop then. Well, I would try tossing some talons if I had any, sadly I don't. Hey Lobko, to be honest, I don't really take any donations. It's not like I'm hard pressed for funds or money, I'm doing this for fun. If you appreciate my videos, then just leave me a comment, let me know. I mostly do this for myself. As long as I'm having fun, I'll continue uploading stuff, so if you see me uploading, then just know I'm having fun doing it, and I'm just glad that you enjoy it as well. If I ever need any help, I guess I'll ask you, though I definitely don't think that will ever happen. I'm not really planning on going full-time YouTube either. So this channel probably will never be monetized. I'm pretty sure there's people who would appreciate your Tibia coins way more than I do. Alright, so we have those Cyclops out of the way, let's just finish exploring the first floor of the dungeon. Hey there, Francisco. Good to see you again. Hey, Antarctic Husky. Would you look at that? Level 39. Knight. Let's try and give her some of those health potions that we looted. I mean, I think she was skilling, and seeing how well she was handling the Cyclops, she probably doesn't need our health potions. But I guess she has better use for those than we do. Well, my next challenge after I'm done with this one, I guess I'll spoil it for you, but it's almost definitely going to be a region-locked premium account, melee paladin. So I'll be playing a paladin, but I won't be able to use any distance weapons. I will most likely go clubs, because it just feels way more like role-playing. Paladin, sort of an inquisitor, I guess. And when it comes to the region, I was thinking about Svargrund. I think like there's a lot of places where I could go, a lot of weapons and unlocks that I could get. But I'm not yet sure. I would have to do a lot of research, see how far I can go. Hey Alan, I have a full video series that follows my challenge a little bit more briefly, since just doing gameplay videos on it would be very boring, so if you're interested in some better narrated videos, you can definitely see that on my channel. back to the topic of another challenge. Well, I wanted to try something unusual, and I feel like melee paladin is like reasonable enough compared to anything else. Like ranged knight, you cannot really do that since you cannot equip quivers as a non-paladin nowadays. There's a lot of people in the Mount Sternum. I'm really surprised, it's like always full of people. What else do we have here? Just some shells, another point of interest, Cyclops drone, and way downstairs, so let's see what we have here. There's a small pond underground. Weird stuff, really. Alright, so let's unload the ham. I'm carrying too many items already. I was worried we would run out of food, but it's quite the opposite, we have too much. Alright, so this one is a dead end as well. Did we explore this point? I think we did. Wait, I wanted to zoom in. Alright, so we see the border, so we have been here as well. Alright, so I think we have everything out of the way. Let's see. Zoom out a little bit, and this part, everything seems discovered to me. I think we can leave the most boring part, the Cyclops, and head into the actually engaging areas that are the Undead Caves. So we are going to enter the Undead Caves, excuse me, through one of these holes, but first, I think on the side here, there's like a little entrance to the Graveyard of the Doomed. There we go. So this place is just a couple of rats, ghouls, and skeletons, and I believe all of these graves are actually with description on them. So we are going to check all the writings. Let me just munch on some more meat. Oh, we have a gold converter. I forgot about that part. Thanks to that, we are going to remove some of that heavy weight we have on us. Alright, much better already. Let's get the cheese. Rotten piece of cloth, I won't bother. Alright, so let's see. Here lies the royal assassin, greatest killer of Tibia. Alright, Tibia is written with a small letter, by the way. No capital T for us. Whatever could this mean? The only thing that comes to mind is something that Conrad told me before. Royal blood in Tibia is very special. You need it to perform special rituals, the most powerful kinds, the ones that grant immortality, stuff like that. So whoever would be a royal assassin, he would have to be very, very competent, because royalty is being guarded like the national treasures they are. Royal's blood is worth incredible amounts of money in Tibia. So whoever this royal assassin was, since he is called a royal assassin, he was either hired by the royals or he was hired to kill the royals. And if he died, then he either wasn't successful, but then we wouldn't really call him the royal assassin. Well, not true. On to the next one then. Here lies Isaac Bruton. He was hanged for claiming satanic influence ruled the course of history. It is a joke on Isaac Newton, of course, but maybe not everything on this is a joke. Hanged for claiming satanic influences ruled the course of history? In Tibia, this actually could be correct. Which is an interesting thought. Alright, Hamilton Pash. He died on the stake for his continuing support of Bruton's thesis. Well, another reference, but also it might not be entirely a joke. Here lies Gabriel Fash. He got hanged for his public support of his brother. Okay, so we see how it is. Here lies the favorite spider of the greatest magician. So this one is actually related to that Skjar area, the Crown Helmet and Noble Armor quest. If we talk to Ludo on the way to Thais, he will tell us that there was this one magician who always named his pets the name of the species, but backwards. So Skjar asks you what was the name of Daigo's favorite pet, and we read that here lies the favorite spider of the greatest magician, and spider backwards is Redips, and that is the answer to one of the questions. Here lies the RPG part of this game. We'll miss you. Yes, very much so. In any case, this one is obviously a joke. I cannot really tie it to any wild theory, but this part, the favorite spider of the greatest magician, you kind of placed Daigo, Daigo's pet. You know Daigo, the wizard who summoned black demons and was basically very, very powerful, right next to other people who believe there's demonic influences ruling the course of history and royal assassins. So it might not all be just a joke. Here lies Didymus, assistant of the greatest mage in Tibia, so obviously assistant to Daigo. Here lies Lord Harry, an unknown adventurer. Lord Harry, well, not really sure about lordship. We care about royalty. We have to keep Lord Harry in mind. Maybe he is something important. In this grave lies the thumb of Daigo, lost in battle with a demon. So this one is also related to that Crown Armor Noble Helmet quest. Or the Noble Armor Crown Helmet quest. Skjar asks you how many fingers Daigo had when he died. So here lies his thumb that he lost during a battle with a demon, and he also lost 2 other fingers somewhere else, I can't remember where, but the answer is 7. The guy only had 7 fingers when he died. Here lies Sir Nox. He killed a whole city because he didn't like the shape of their town gate. He killed a whole city because he didn't like the shape of their town gate. It's like either a huge hyperbole, just to make it very funny, or if we see this pattern, this guy definitely had something to do with demonic rituals. You don't just kill a city. It might be related to something, shape of their town gate. It might mean something, but nothing really comes to mind right now. And I would just write it off as a joke, something to read for the shock value. But if you consider he lies next to royal assassins and Daigo's pets, there's something going on for sure. Here lies a window killed by a penguin. Well, this one is just a Windows joke. They suggest that Windows got destroyed by Linux, which isn't exactly correct, but whatever. And here lies an unknown frustrated editor. Alright, so this one is definitely a joke. So, Graveyard of the Doom out of the way. Like I said, it's probably, as far as I remember, the only bunch of graves in the entire Mount Sternum that have any inscription on them. Francisco asking, why protect the graves of these men in the Giant's Mountain? Well, to be honest, if we see how much area the Cyclops occupy compared to how much area belongs to the undead, It's really uncomparable. The undead have way more levels. They go way deeper and have more interesting places. So the Cyclops have settled either relatively recently or just never were the prevalent force. Meanwhile, we have those undead who had to come from somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where the undead come from in Tibia. There's a lot of sources that might be incorrect or just maliciously false. We know, for example, that the Bog Raiders are people who got stuck in the swamp and died by drowning, and they were so scared and frustrated that they turned into this weird sort of undead that's also mixed with swamp water and algae. Alright, so here's the skeletons. I think we're ready to explore the undead part. So, there's going to be quite a lot of buried coffins. What does that mean? Probably, in my opinion, the Mount Sternum used to be some sort of human settlement. There's Skjar, there's a lot of places pointing to Dago. I think these used to be some sort of wizard stronghold. The entire graveyard of the doomed suggests that there were actually important people in there. There was some lords, there were some explorers, there was this guy who killed the entire city. We can also see this weird little grave. An old statue, one of those fancy Ankh-Ramun-like coffins, and of course the staircase. I'm not sure, but you probably can't get in there. We'll try though, but I'm pretty sure that this area is inaccessible. But still, the amount of burials in this area is incredible. As you can see, there's even some humanoid remains, just somewhere. This whole place just looks like an ancient settlement that for some reason either got entirely wiped out, but then also just buried in coffins with graves. It's really all interesting. There's no inscriptions, nothing written on any of the graves, and most of the graves occupants, as we can see, are undead right now. There's some bone lords in the dungeons. We could assume that they're behind all of this. Oh yes, the botters. Thankfully we don't have that many nowadays. But back to the theorizing. As you can see, a stone wall, but with like a window. You don't exactly see windows under a mountain, do you? So this couldn't have been an underground area this entire time. There's like floor tiles, buried coffins. There's those stone coffins with like 3 different flowers on them. Also one of those inaccessible areas, I think. I never really took time exploring this whole area. Maybe we find some entrances. So we'll keep that in mind. Another flowery coffin. Examples of architecture that you don't really see in just your regular everyday dungeons. One of those statues that you can light up. And this leads actually outside of Mount Sternum. As you can see, it's one of the well-known shortcuts. You can go to Khazad-dûm through here. But we are not leaving we have to explore this area further. Let's see what's north. Another ruined building. Really very interesting stuff. I think there's a skull under this debris. It's not like it matters. Let's search every single buried coffin, but I don't believe we'll be finding anything. Of course, none of those graves have anything written on them. A lot of bones just laying around everywhere. It's really hard to say what exactly happened here, because we have an interesting mix of a large amount of graves, bodies, coffins that simply happened to be around here. We have coffins, and graves, so it definitely had to be some sort of burial, but we also have architecture, like buildings, pieces, like, I guess it looks like crypts from the get-go. But it's all ruined and destroyed, so it either has to be ancient and simply deteriorated over time. There's even some dwarven statues right here, so it couldn't have been just people either, unless someone just really liked dwarves or something, but that also makes no sense. Grave with nothing written, another grave. So, back on the track. Whatever happened here, whatever this place was before, it's really hard to say. In Tibia, undeads usually just appear on their own, at least that's what we are supposed to know. There are beholders in the lower sections. We cannot really say whether they were they were the creators of this place. Maybe they are the reason why there are so many undeads in this area. And also in the lower crypts, there are crypt shamblers. And we know that according to lore, the crypt shamblers are actually a necromantic experiment. Oh, nice, Glaxun. I'm glad you enjoyed the challenge. In any case, back to what I was saying. Crypt shamblers are created by necromancers who turn someone into an undead creature while they are still alive, I believe. Something like this. Some seriously messed up stuff, but they definitely do not appear on their own. They have something to do with necromancy, which really says a lot. By the way, all those entrances, they have marks on them. I mean, there are fake holes like these with marks. However, there's also other older areas like this one that have fake holes, fake entrances, and they do not appear on the map. That's an interesting thing to consider. Alright, I think we have explored this entire floor for now. So let's go downstairs next time we get a chance. Yes, this is a hole that leads downstairs. We've actually been here for a while, I think. Alright, so let's check out this entire floor now. I'll be reading every grave and clicking on every coffin, but I seriously don't expect to find anything. Level 36 isn't that crazy, you don't really need high stats to just grind that out, I believe. Still, well done. Not many people would have that much drive to just grind to 36 straight away. Alright, so more hidden graves, with nothing written on them. The lower we go, the harder the undeads get. It's like an obvious trope of an RPG, especially an MMORPG. The lower you go, the deeper you get, the tougher the enemies get as well. But it might also be some sort of environmental storytelling. Maybe the sort of necromantic experiments that were going downstairs in the deepest parts simply generated so much negative energy that sometimes outbursts in the Ghostlands as well, that it simply raised all the undeads in this entire area. But what is this area? It's a mass burial, but also shows sign of a civilization. Really interesting. In any case, I need to answer a call. I will go silent for a couple minutes. Just give me a moment, guys. Sorry about that, guys, I am back now. Alright, so let's take a look at all these graves. They're all empty, nothing inscribed on them. I think we have more or less explored this area as well, it just points at the same thing as before. There's less of those weird ruins, they are definitely not in this area per se. Just a lot of bones. Interestingly, there's no graves just in the middle, they're all either in confines of those small buildings or just pushed to the side, but then again these coffins are buried, so it's not like someone moved them here. They must have been here in the first place. So on this floor we already start meeting Bone Lords. There's also the Crypt Shambler. My weapon is imbued for death damage, which definitely doesn't help me. Thankfully those guys aren't that strong. Alright, so on this floor New additions include Bone Lords, Crypt Shamblers, and I think there's a mummy as well. Of course, nothing changes in terms of how this place looks. More rubble, but still remains of some sort of either a crypt or whatever this was. Monuments. There are no demon skeletons in this area, as far as I know. It's just crypt shamblers and mummies when it comes to tougher enemies, so you have nothing to worry about. There's only that one demon skeleton that you meet if you really want to, if you're looking for that book on dark demons. Alright, some more gold, and there we go. It's really creepy, all those graves with no names on them. This character hasn't died yet, not even once. I like to think that it is a hardcore one, but should I die, I will definitely continue the challenge. So if I don't die, then yes, I am hardcore, and if not, then I will just continue anyway, so think of it what you will. Oh wow, I just took a glimpse to the side for a minute, and concurrent viewers dropped from 15 to 5. That's interesting. Alright, so more blank graves, more blank monuments, and just coffins placed in weird places. Let's see. There's literally nothing above this place. Like, we are here right now, like this. No, this is the place, right? No, wait. This is the place. Upstairs, nothingness. Wait, did we actually miss a spot? I think we did. Yeah, we'll have to explore this. I'll see how to get there in a second. Oh, I think it's just downstairs. Like one level lower. Wait, no, I think I pressed to go higher, right? Or did I not? Okay, I didn't. So, above these stairs, there's nothing. It's just darkness on the map. So it's not really accessible. But this place, just being here, really says it all for itself. Let's see, what do we have here? One of our boys, it seems. Alright, so I won't bother exploring every single place. I will just go to certain spots that I find more interesting than the others. There's a little bit of rubble right here. Some more ghouls right here. Yes, I'm not really trying to play too safe, but I am also not taking any unnecessary risks either. I think Tibia was supposed to be played very carefully. The blessings kind of dumped down the entire experience for me. You either had to give up on your necklace slot for the Amulet of Life to save your equipment, or you faced the consequence of losing your gear. It was quite fair that way. In any case. Oh, I will definitely check some of the pickaxe areas, not all of them because I don't remember all of them. Oh, would you look at that, a morning star. Oh, nice. Alright, so more blank graves, but there's a new kind of grave in here, as you can see. And there's even grass growing underneath There's nothing up, there's nothing lower than that. That would help the grass grow. So these two tombs are somehow special, since they allowed the grass to grow. I do use blessings, but only the ones that I can access. So I only have like 5 out of 6 or 4 out of 5, I never remember how many there are. In any case, I do not have the Blessing of Solitude that you get on Edron. And there's Quasimodo, another of our boys, dressed up as an old beholder model. Alright, another empty grave. Let's go deeper. I think you can go downstairs right here. After we clear this Bone Lord, of course. 29 GP, Steel Shield. Time to change some of that gold into platinum again. So let me do this real quick before we go any deeper. And there we go. So Wims already cleared those mummies right here, but yes, here is where mummies start appearing. Nothing really changes in the way this place looks. I think this area is... it has way less remains of buildings and way more just random graves everywhere. Quasi, can you stop, please? Actually, with my amount of blessings, should I die, I have a chance of dropping my backpack. It's like 90% chance that I don't, but I'm pretty sure the rest of my equipment is safe. Still, like I said, definitely wouldn't want to die on any occasion. So that area is also quite an interesting one, so I'll make my way there, just so we can see it. Of course, more blank graves. I think this point has already been drive quite hard. More empty graves. Actually, I haven't read anything on mummies in Tibia, so let me pull up the wiki page right now. See where the mummies come from. From Tibia Library, mummies are undead monsters that can be found in the ancient pyramids and ruins in the north of Tibia. No one knows where they come from, but they guard the burial chambers and attack every adventurer trying to get the legendary treasures. Their scaring sight can paralyze the bravest fighters, and they try to drain life energy of their shocked victims. Be aware of their poisonous daggers. Whatever does this mean, I do not know. Would you look at that, silver brush. So here's a round area. More empty graves. A Bone Lord surrounded by mummies. So we can assume that the lower areas have been raised by the beholders, since they are very necromantic in nature, but there's no guarantee. To be honest, the fact that they are here doesn't explain all the graves. It's not like the beholders created the place. Bury people would never let themselves be buried in a place like this. At least I don't think so. There we go, a magic light one. I wanted one. If I die and lose my Dragon Lance, of course I would have to grind another Dragon Lance. No other way around it. Can't really progress without it. Oh, we lost Royal Helmet, Golden Legs, Demon Shield, and Boots of Haste. That's a shame. That's why I am not a huge fan of PvP servers. I enjoy the casual exploration and EXP. Player versus environment, way more. Another blank grave and more mummies. Oh, okay, I almost looted a corpse that didn't belong to me. Good thing it was empty. Alright, so this is it for this floor. Let's see this final little area. I'm pretty sure there's a place where you could pick a hole in here as well, but I don't remember where it is, and then I don't really want to just go around picking every single tile, because it's not going to be too interesting for you guys. So I'll stick to the places that I'm familiar with. Some more embalming fluid. Okay, Quasi says that he knows where the hole is, so we'll ask him to show me in a moment, but first we have to finish exploring. So just another batch of graves and coffins. Broken swords. How many kills? It was like 290 and something. Okay, so we can see the dragons already. There has to be a big hole somewhere around here. Maybe we luck out and just find it on our own before Quasi can come. And of course we can't auto attack with him being here. Alright. Let him lead us to the place where we have to pick Boots of Haste. They drop from the Black Knight. Alright, one of those, he says. There we go, alright. So I'll just mark them for now, and we'll see the other places soon. And there's one more to the south, he says. So let's take a good look. A silver amulet, this will come in handy. Let's eat some more of that meat. Yes, I've spent like 2 weeks fighting only the Black Knight. It has been quite a grind. Let's see. Alright, so here's another hole. I'm just going to mark it. And get rid of the dragon. Very nice. So here's a single dragon spawn. Yeah, medicine pouches, I definitely cannot recommend them if you want to get Boots of Haste. The chances are very low. It's a rare drop from enemies that are being swarmed every day. Alright, so this is mostly it for the Undead Cave. We are going to check out this level as well, just to get it out of the way. It's a really interesting dragon lair, so we are so deep into the ground that there's actually dragons underneath this entire area. I'm not sure where this exactly ties into when it comes to whatever we have found out for now. Because what exactly was happening in there? Wait, there's like... Okay, I know where this is. In any case, there's a huge underground, either a system of crypts, maybe this entire place was just burial grounds for people, and that's why there are so many coffins, so many undead, but that doesn't explain why it's so vast and why there are so many undead in there. Okay, so here's another peak hole, I suppose. Yep, we can mark it as well. And just remove this mark, since it doesn't help us at all. Alright, and now let's go downstairs. I don't think I have this. No, I have this one open. This one is the one, okay. So even if it was just regular burial grounds for people, what happened exactly? Why isn't it being used anymore? Why are there cyclops up top? And why are there dragons down below? Very many questions that remain unanswered. And don't forget that this entire area is somehow tied to necromancy, to Dago, who summon demons. Alright. And there's another peak hole, I suppose. Let's mark it and try it out. Yep. So now we know every single way to get to this area. Now then, we are going to explore another well-hidden set of peak holes. First we have to rope ourselves up. That's going down, I need up. We're going to ignore those crypt shamblers. Okay, let's see. First I want to go this way. Ignore all the ghouls. Okay, I think we just ran out of music. I forgot to set it on repeat. So there we go, it's back on the track. Right, I'm going to kill the Bone Lord just because. Morning Star, Steel Shield. Alright, and there should be a peak hole like right here, there we go. Alright, so this is the area that I already sort of explored. I have shown it on stream. It's one of the places where you can meet Grolam. And as you can see, as low as this area, you can still see remains of some sort of... well, who knows what exactly. Let's try and pick some holes around. I am not expecting to find anything, I think I already did try it in any case. Still very, very curious, especially these lowest levels. And to add to the entire mystery, The entire Mount Sterdon, the lower areas, are ones that may spawn this boss called Grorlam. Actually, let's go to the left first. So Grorlam is a stone golem, but he actually isn't exactly classified as one, at least I don't think. There's some weird stuff about him. Whatever he is, Grorlam, if we assume that he is a stone golem, we know that warlocks summon stone golems, right? So, since Daigo was a powerful mage, we can assume that he was probably a warlock himself. So Grorlam may be his special servant that sometimes just still resurfaces. Who knows why or what reason. Just an interesting thought. I'm not sure if there's anything on Grorlam anywhere. No books, no records. Just random spawning enemy. One of the oldest bosses in Tibia, by the way. He's ancient, almost as ancient as Mount Sternum itself. So it has to be something, right? So here's a bunch of fake holes. As you can see on the map, these are actually marked. So I guess they are consistent with those other staircases and places that you can't really reach that we saw before. Let's see, this looks like a pickable area. Not this time though. Alright, so I'm not sure how to reach this spot because it's warded off by all those stones. Well, that's an interesting theory, Quasimodo. What if Grorlam is a warlock, he says? He turns himself into stone to preserve his life. Well, I can't really say it makes much sense to me. I don't think there has been any precedent for that. For a warlock to turn himself into stone. That doesn't make too much sense to me. The warlocks have other ways of obtaining immortality and they know it full well. Right, let's get this giant spider killed. Oh yeah, back then you can still rope many of the enemies up. So Grorlam was the obvious choice. It was quite powerful, still is to be honest. Good healing, decent damage, ranged attacks. Still, whatever Grorlam is, he remains a mystery. Okay, so let's see what's further up here. Okay. Oh, so we have... Oh, whoa, alright. Ah, these are the lost dwarves. I got scared there for a second. So, yeah, Mount Sternum, it ends right there, and here we have the lost dwarves already. Keep that in mind. And this? What is this? Oh, seriously, what is this? Is this... Oh, those must be the dwarven dungeons already. Dwarven mines, I mean. White Death Imbue? I was hunting dragons just before. And Death is probably the best I can get against the dragons. Okay, so this is the way to the other side. We've got this out of the way. And let's see what's here. We're getting pretty deep, but now we're going back up. Alright. So we can either go north or south. Let's try going north then. Okay, so here's just another big hole then. A little bit north from this little coffin area. And then further south, I guess it's another one that leads up. And it's probably also going to let us out. Okay, we have discovered a point of interest and we have explored Mount Sternum completely. And what does that give us? Complete. Okay, I guess. Not sure what good this is supposed to be, but whatever. Right, so let's create mark, and this is pretty much it for Mount Sternum, at least. So since we are still in the area, we are going to make our way to the ancient temple. So Mount Sternum is one of those well thought out areas that is connected with pretty much everything else. You can go to the Dwarven Mines through here, and you can also reach the ancient temple, even though it's quite far away. All those dungeons are connected with each other. You can pretty much walk through the entire free-to-play Tibia, save for Venor and Caroline, by just going around these dungeons. Well, I have shown the connection quite recently. I'm not going to go back there right now, and we are already here. So these are the dungeons next to the ancient temple, and this is the ancient temple proper. We are going to skip this part, and we are going to go straight to the ancient temple. Find the way to Mintwolin and explore the places around there. No, I haven't done Fibula yet. I'm saving it for later. I honestly have no interest in that quest other than just completionism at this point. Alright, so that was it for the Mount Sternum. It has been completely discovered. Now let's go to the ancient temple. I'm not sure I'm gonna do the... what's it called? I'm not going to do the orc area, or maybe I should. Let's start with the ancient temple though. As soon as we reach Mintwolin, we're going to go back. We're not exploring Mintwolin this time. There's way more dangerous stuff in there that we are not going to cover right now. So when it comes to the ancient temple, you can either take the long way, like through here and there and there and there, or you can also go this way. There's this one, that guy, with a rope. It's pretty useful, especially if you go down there not knowing that there wouldn't be a ladder. So you can always get the rope from here, and here's his journal. I won't manage to climb up the hole, because my legs are broken, but I hope someone will read this. While the rotworms were asleep, I searched the ground to find something of value, and suddenly I stepped on a hidden button. A trapdoor slid open, and I fell to the floor. And so I'm sitting, injured, at this corner, waiting for help. I write this because I think that I must die now. A dim light comes up this tunnel. I hear loud noise. Oh my god, I can't. And the book is full of green slime, which is very interesting. Does green slime play any part in necromantic rituals? if we go further up this tunnel, there's going to be some more like skulls on the ground, some more undeads, and right here there's slimes. Definitely some sort of connection. What kind of connection though, we may never know. That tree is in here as well. This slime spot has always been weird to me. A little spring as well coming from the wall. So if we went this way, we would go through poison spiders and some orcs. And if we go this way, skeletons and undead. Quite curious indeed. Now just more skeletons, a ghoul. I remember this would be the first ghoul I ever dared to fight, and we are right back here. So maybe we can take a small look at the fire devils right there. This outfit, whatever it is called, let's see, it's the Lupine Warden, I mean, without the helmet though. It's one of those Tibia coin outfits. I sold everything I had on my other accounts just to get some Tibia coins for the outfits for my characters. Alright. So if you go further this way, there's a bunch of interesting areas in here. Okay, so we are in the orc tunnels actually. Let's go straight down again. And there's nothing here in fact. Alright, so the ancient temple is connected in many ways to the orc dungeon. By the way, it was always weird to me that there's an orc dungeon so close to the main city. Like, the ancient temple is used to be some sort of a human settlement. I think we actually missed a pretty important book by going through that middle entrance, so we are going to go back and make a little bit of reading. Hope you bear with me, just backtracking at all times. I'm not going to fight anyone, just go straight in there. I'm pretty sure there's a book written by some of those minotaurs out there. That is the problem with much of the Tibia lore. Much of it is just written in books or parchments or other stuff, and most players just take it and go. There we go, there's another book, and no minotaurs have anything with them. Alright, so as you can see, there's those minotaur bodies, right? They are kind of rotten, they aren't fresh, so they didn't die very recently. Let's see. We finally made it to trick the foolish dragon and advance to some better part of Earth. Here it is easy to dig a new dungeon. I hope we'll find a new way out. The way is long. We are digging for about 30 days. Let's just continue walking and reading as well. We made it to advance to a stone wall. Tomorrow we will break it. The day we see the sun again is close. Volker will be proud of me. Yes, this was the final blow. The wall is broken, but what is that? Behind the wall there is a human warrior. He seems dangerous. He has a glowing sword, a blue armor and green pants made of some dragon skin. He screams something like "Tata" and attacks. I don't understand the humans. What does that mean? He kills my Minoguards, and now he turns towards me. So, yes, basically, the Minotaurs dug their way through all these tunnels into the humans' ancient temple. We don't know how exactly recently that was. We can assume, since the Minotaur corpses are still there and they are not skeletons, they still have flesh on them. They aren't fresh, but they aren't exactly rotten away yet. What that means? I suppose it was quite recently. The ancient temple was already an ancient temple. They just were unlucky enough to run into a guy with a bright sword, since he had a glowing sword, right? And dragon scale legs and a magic plate armor. Because that's what the book says. He has a blue armor, the only blue armor I know, especially in old Tibia. Remember that. It's the older stuff. No. The dragon they tricked, I believe, is this one. Right? Beware of the dragon clawer. I am not sure if this sign was written by people or the Minotaurs. All the signs we see in here are actually written by Minotaurs. There's signs that say this is the land of the Minotaur, etc, etc. So the way I see it, the Minotaurs were digging their way around. They dug their way into this dragon's lair. They gave him the way clawer. They decided not to bother it because they couldn't defeat it or whatever. So instead they go that way, digging for another 30 days, and they run into this geared up guy. And this is, as you can see, you have entered the kingdom of the Minotaurs, another sign written by, of course, Minotaurs. Another interesting thing is, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I vaguely remember that this little expedition, you know, those Minotaurs that we saw dead in the tunnel, I believe some of them escaped. The Minomage that was with them teleported away, and he actually teleported the Rookguard, and that is where the Rookguard Minomage comes from, as well as Minohel. But I'm not 100% certain on this. So don't quote me unless you find some proof, then definitely quote me. Alright, so we are once again seeing some sort of ancient human settlement remains. There's even this weird room with ghouls. I don't think I was ever able to find the way inside. It's locked, as you can see. And up north, a familiar area. Home of the dead, Kingdom of Cormorak, enter and die. I have entered and died on Skogul the Looter once. Let's clear this area, just to take a better look. Empty corpse. Another empty corpse. And a demon skeleton right here. Someone must have been here just now, because the brass helmet is out, which means they must have looted this place. Right, nothing in this coffin. Actually, this is a... yeah, someone has taken the throwing stars, and someone has taken the armor. There we go, there's a lamp. And a single grave. Grave and bed of King Cormorak. Can we, like, dig it? Oh, this is the... okay, we cannot pick it either. I'm pretty sure this is it. Just like that. No info or anything, just... a Kingdom of Cormorak. Whatever this could mean, we do not know. But for certain, there were people living here, right? The King Cormorak, well, he is dead. The demon skeleton is probably his. Oh, key is in skeleton near wall. Near well, you mean? Alright, I'll check it out right now. In a skeleton, you say? Like this one? Oh wait, open a new window. Maybe this one. Okay, yes, you were right, there is a silver key right here. Thank you very much for letting me know. But where is... Oh, I have this backpack, I had it on me all the time. There's even... oh my god. This explains a lot. And... Okay, so it's like... Never mind, I got very lost. In any case, let's see, what do we have here then? I don't think I was ever able to find that skeleton. And inside, a club ring and a garlic necklace. That's some useful stuff, I guess. Both of those items would be very useful for Luther, but unfortunately those are quest chests, so he cannot access those. Alright, so, in case you were wondering, this hole, it leads like back outside. So we won't bother going back in there. This hole, we went through it. Up is the dragon clawer. Oh, true. Oil does mark stuff sometimes. So we know that there's the Orc dungeon, there's the Minotaur dungeon, and of course, here we have a Minotaur camp with a couple Minotaur archers, some barricades and fire fields. The way this area looks, the Minotaurs have the Orcs routed. There's Minotaurs everywhere around, and a bunch of blocked off Orcs. Someone must have been here just now. There's like spears, Orc remains, or actually those bodies are just supposed to look fresh. Yeah, and there's the single Orc berserker. I remember he almost always gave me a heart attack whenever I went through this area. Let's see. Browse field. Not like we can put this place out. 8 spears, a lot of meat. This is a nice place. But sadly, Luther cannot really fight those guys yet. Alright, so nothing of interest in here, just your regular, everyday Orc versus Minotaur warfare. What else do we have here? Here's more Minotaurs, which is why I believe the Orcs out there have been routed. They're just trying to hold the Minotaurs off. Here we have a book, maybe we learn something new from it. Just get rid of this guard. There's some beer, water, piece of warrior armor I'll take. There's a pick. Is this a suggestion? Should I be picking in this place? Well, nothing so far. Let's read the book then. Okay, it is empty. And here I was hoping for something, but there's more food. Definitely interesting for the looter. Beer cask. Cup, though it is empty. There's more spears, 23 arrows, a chain armor, interesting, very interesting. Some bolts, spears and dead trolls. So in here, Minotaurs must have been, yes, there we go, fighting trolls. Not sure why there would be a Minotaur guard down here and not upstairs where they would actually be necessary against the Orc Berserker. And here's another place where we can find club. I mean, Maze of the Lost Souls is way easier, but in case you needed another club in here. Alright, so as you can see. Some quite nice storytelling. Minotaurs fighting off orcs as well as trolls in these tunnels. Alright, so this little area is already ticked off, and let's continue further in after we kill the Minotaur though. Actually, there's this long, like, place, I guess. Tunnel, whatever. I always wanted to just check it for any potential peek holes, but I never had the peek with me. Now we have the chance, but there's nothing here. And the Minotaur Archer is back. Right, so we have this out of the way. And as you can see, we went through here and returned right here. Here we were just a moment ago. Here is the Kingdom of Cormorak. There's no way to get through this little body of water. And here's a room with some poison spiders and a whole bunch of fake holes in the ground. You actually cannot enter through any of those. This one is fake also. Let's just check every single one, just to be thorough. We'll leave the correct one for last, of course. As you can see, all of them fake. There's only one that you can enter, so this is pretty much just a bunch of useless stuff. And here's the two Cyclops, always right here for whatever reason. Nice, a wolf tooth chain. Alright, so let's start exploring this area. First, let's go to the left, I guess. More Minotaurs, of course. We are on the way to Mintwallin after all. Those holes that are on fire, they always make me so uncomfortable. I just always wish that I had some destroy field runes with me so that I could check them. Or anything really. Okay. Now there's Bone Lords and Skeletons. And I can't even carry any more gold, which means it is time to turn some of it. How much does this powder weigh? It's not that very heavy. We can carry it for now. Alright, someone must have been here recently, because there's this brass armor and steel shield. Well, they are somewhat connected. You could potentially go through the entire Mount Sternum and end up in Mintwallin. It's just that we are done with Mount Sternum for now, so we're exploring the ancient temple now. In case anyone is confused as to why we are here now. Okay, so more Minotaurs to get rid of. And there we go. All those underground rivers, very interesting. The whole path to Mintwallin is definitely less creative than the entire Mount Sternum. It's just a lot of windy tunnels. I guess we should be grateful that they got slightly reworked though. Here's an interesting spot. Fireflies. apples. Slime table mushroom. Actually, there's a deer in there. Wow. Can you reach the deer? I don't think you can. So let's just poison the guy. See what he drops. I didn't know there was a deer in here. Alright, let's keep going. We can see some lava already. Crust of the earth. Let's see. I sort of want to weave my way in there, so that we don't miss anything. I remember how proud of myself I was when once playing with my brothers, I was able to find a way to mint wool in all by ourselves. Oh, nice. Some graves. Let's hope that they aren't just blank. You see a grave. The knight, 25 minutes. The paladin, 10 minutes. The sorcerer, 20 minutes. The druid, 5 minutes. Okay. Whatever does that mean? There's like fires in here. Anything up here? Okay, so it's just a quick way through. The fires are supposed to symbolize, like, I don't know, that the floor is hot, perhaps. But that's good. Let's check this area. This is where you can find the Morning Star, by the way. The daily spawn, I mean. So let's clear this Minotaur encampment. First the guard, then the mage. Then we can go after the archer as well. Check the other things that spawn in here that we couldn't really before. We have a book. This is going to be useful. So let's clear all the enemies and then we can read the book for ourselves. Dustbin. Let's throw away this pan. Empty amphoras. Here's the Morning Star. Here's some spears and a rope. What's in here? Well, mostly nothing, I see. Alright, so since we have a moment, let's... Oh, interesting. Okay, let's read the book. Diary of Palkar, leader of the outcasts. We found this cave, hidden in the labyrinth, and made it our new headquarters. I think it is safe. Deeper inside the cave is a tribe of Cyclops. We made an alliance with them. They will fight with us and guard the key to the secret laboratory. King Marquin protected the entrance to the lab with a dragon, but my druid could convince it, so we can use this lab to increase our power. We were digging a new tunnel to the city. Marquin locked the hidden entrance with a rock. Yes, the tunnel is finished, and we were able to attack King Marquin within his own walls. They weren't prepared at all and we killed many of those creepy bastards. Soon we will be strong enough to convince the other dragon and reach the surface. Today I sent a group of diggers to make a new way up to the light to the sun. They really have a hard job to do, but I think they will do it. I haven't heard anything of my diggers since a whole month. I hope this is no bad sign. So, it seems that the those Minotaurs that we see dead were actually outcasts from Mintwoolin. Very curious. Those are either beer marks or oil marks, but they just simply suggest that there's this lever right here. So I think it's one of those quests when you need more people to do it, or actually not. Daily spawn, 2 strong health potions, chain armor, chain helmet, and a small diamond as a quest chest. Those strong potions are going to be huge if Luther ever gets to a higher level. Alright, and there's a hole of no return right here. So just a very, very minor quest. Let's continue upstairs for now, and let's see. Full of mud actually, not even beer. Mud and mud again. So no oil. This is mud too. And mud. Though the trail of mud sort of leads somewhere, I guess. Yes, that's correct. The Hut of the Mud is indeed somewhere in here. Alright, so let's continue going. To be honest, the dungeons are kind of straightforward. There's no way you don't make it to Mintwallen at some point. But now that I look at it, could it be that there is just a trail of mud that for some reason leads to the city? Could very well be. Full of mud again. Let's go to the left first. See what we have right here. There's some more fire, and nice, we'll be able to make it over to this place. We should be able to find that spot that those outcast minotaurs used to attack King Marquin. Hopefully. Full of mud again. Okay, I think there's nothing there, so we'll go to the north first, and then east, because it's also like just a small area to explore, so we have to backtrack a little bit. Oh no, there's a hole right here. Oh, but it also leads to the Bone Lord spot, okay. It's one of those annoying holes that have no way back, so we have some more walking prepared for us. And not just some, quite a lot, in fact. Can't say I'm happy with that, but I guess it happens. I can't wait for some sort of double loot event. I would really like to already fight the Horned Fox and take my chances of obtaining the Dwarven Helmet. It would be a huge unlock. In any case, for now, there's nothing we can do but to keep on walking. And of course, alchemizing our gold into platinum. Right, so we won't be going back there again. Instead, let's see. There's no need for us to go through here. Or is there actually? We haven't checked this area, so maybe I will go through the fires again, just to be thorough. Wouldn't want to miss anything important. Oh, I already forgot about those graves, and actually we can go back up. There's no way back. But what do those graves mean? Is it like... First of all, why is the Paladin the only one that has a capital P? And what are we just supposed to stand here for? 20 minutes or whatever. Perhaps, I don't know. Oh yeah, I will definitely be going after some rings, but I'm not sure which rings I can actually obtain. I'll have to give it some careful consideration. Don't forget that Luther is going to be very delicate. His armor will never be good. You will have some damage with the Warhammer, if I get it. But other than that, he will usually be just getting wrecked. Alright, so what time is it? It's almost midnight. Well, we're going to keep going for a while. Something tells me that if you go south, it's going to be a dead end soon, but let's just continue. Well, there was this part of the dungeon somewhere out there. Has anyone ever tried doing anything with those graves? They seriously look like something. Is this a thing that I am just not aware of? Part of some other quest? Gate of Expertise of level 40. Alright. What is this then? I didn't realize there was this gate. Okay, some skeletons, scorpions, dragon, and a bone lord. Alright, so this has to be this secret way, I guess. Okay. Getting kind of hot. Let's kill the dragon first. Actually, the ghoul. And then the demon skeleton, because those are the squishiest enemies. They're taking away much of our defenses. And the poison spider, we do not need you. Thank you very much. You could please just leave this area now. Okay, and now the giant spider. So this is definitely part of Hut of the Mud, right? Oh, right. They could be part of Hut of the Mud, those graves, I mean. And this is definitely the Hut of the Mud room area. I never really did the quest myself. Always just easier to buy the hat at some point. Can you die? Thank you. I don't need those throwing stars though. And there we go, two-handed sword. Okay, we can do some interesting reading in here. At least, I hope. I don't use the HMMs mostly because they are expensive. I do not need to be boosting my damage so much. I can do fine by just meleeing. I would rather focus on healing myself more often. That way at least I train my magic level. Also, hello Scott Daniel. Yes, I am indeed streaming. Alright, let's see. Oh, we have found a book, so it was a quest bookcase, I guess. Let's see. The riddle. Once upon a time, there have been a knight, a druid, a paladin, and a sorcerer that survived the great battle upon the fields of glory. Some of them were wounded, some not, all were deadly tired. They had to escape from a horde of orcs. Horde, okay. A whole tribe with more than 35 fighters. Late in the night, they came to a huge breach, or at least the rest of once mighty breach. It was small and seemed to be not very safe. The sorcerer screamed some loud and mighty words, and for a second the breach glowed in a blue light. I see, the sorcerer said. Let me just get rid of the ghoul. Actually, I'll just grab the books. Too heavy, oh my god. I'll just drop the two-handed sword. Thank you. I didn't take the parchment, did I? And I'll take this parchment as well, and this book, anything in these places. I'll continue reading in just a second. Bottles of blood, okay. That's interesting enough. Candelabra. And here's a locked door, so you need some sort of key to go through. And the dragon is back. How fast do those creatures respawn? Is this actually a pretty good EXP place? There's a dragon, cyclops, giant spider. Scorpion? I don't remember there being a scorpion. Maybe it got killed by something, as they were trying to swarm me. Okay, so let's go upstairs and read the rest of the books. There we go. The sorcerer screamed so loud and mighty words, and for a second the bridge glowed in a blue light. I see, the sorcerer said, that this bridge will break down and fall into the water within 60 minutes. So we have to hurry up. It will only hold 2 of us at the same time, and it is a long bridge. The wounded knight will need 25 minutes to go over the bridge, and it will take me 20. The paladin can go faster, so he will be on the other side within 10 minutes. Pointing at the druid, he said, and you can use your spell to move faster. You will only need 5 minutes. Okay then, let's go, don't waste time, shouted the knight and started to go. But then he stopped. I can't see anything, the bridge is dangerous. We will need your magic light wand to cross it. Without light we will fall down in the cold and deep water. So always someone has to return to bring back the wand of light to the others. What shall we do now? Asked the paladin. How can we all reach the other side before the evil orcs will get us? I have no arrow left and we can't fight them. In which order we have to go to pass the bridge? Should we go first? The druid started to grumble. Let me say K for knight, D for druid, S for sorcerer, and P for paladin. And now let me think. DK, D, DP, also there's a lot of typos. Is this intentional? And no. Got it, the sorcerer screamed. Let's run. Yeah, so it's one of those easy riddles. I'm not going to bother solving it. Let's see. The sudden death. How to put it in which bag, and how powerful it is really, and how to fire it as quickly as possible by Madrock. Quite useful. If you want to enter the crypt of the Great Mage, you should seek the answers to some of these questions. What was his name? How old was he? Which color had his hat? What was his banner? What was the name of his favorite dragon? Who was his assistant? Which spell killed him? In which city was he born? How to conjure monsters that you don't need by Prophet, alright? You can't read these strange glyphs. I can't read them even better now. How to use magic fields and walls in combat by Ishara. I already am an expert on that. Alatar's world of pure magic, the arcanic power. How to combine your magic power with the sword. 10 ways to use the spell Invisibility by Cypre. Alright, so that's all we can get from here. Nothing that very valuable so far. Let's go straight south now. Because I think if we... Okay, so last time we went north down this hole, and it was a hole of no return. So we can either go further north up there, or check out this southern path, and I'd like to check that southern path first. So let's go there, and the stream ends either once we explore the entire area, or reach Mintwolin, I suppose. We'll see whatever happens first. Let's leave all those books on the ground. Alright, this was a good choice. There's no way through, at least not from this side. Let's go back in there now. Actually, that's a good question, because on each of those books, I mean, in that book, it is said, it is written, I mean, how long each vocation will need to cross the bridge. So those graves, they aren't really that necessary, are they? They just repeat the same information, there has to be something more to them. Well, the order isn't really that difficult, is it? You can have two people run across at the same time, and each person needs to have the light wand, right? So the way I see it, in order to make it in that 60 seconds, you want the druid to be running back and forth the entire time. So like you take the knight with the druid first, right? So it's like 25 minutes. And then 5 minutes for the druid to return, which makes it 30 minutes. Then the druid takes the paladin, however long he needed. Oh, that fire bridge, you say? Well, not exactly a bridge anymore, is it? Oh, there's a body as well. Interesting. Okay, some poison fields, some poison spiders. Quite a lot of interesting areas in here. Okay, there's a pile of dragon bones and a huge lava area. Hopefully we don't run into anything too dangerous. Oh, we just reached the other side. Let's try and pick this hole. Nope. No lucky breaks. Yeah, very interesting. Maybe I'm not realizing something, maybe those graves do play some sort of an important role, but right now, to be honest, I'm stumped. Like, you don't really need those graves, do you? It's all in the book. Maybe the riddle was too hard to obtain, and they added the book later or something? No idea. Alright, so if we go down here... Oh, there's a path to the right, is there? Okay, I'm not going to try going through the magic force field. No idea where it leads, but it cannot be good, for sure. Any of those holes real? Probably not. And here's Mintwolin, Kingdom of the Minotaurs. And this place, whatever it is, probably part of Hut of the Mud as well. Do we want to check if General Murius is there? I kind of do. Someone must be here, because there's some items laying on the ground. Or maybe just have been here for a while and left. Alright. Yeah, the entrance is the best. And we got the Wand of Cosmic Energy. Actually, again, I already had one. Nothing new here. I kind of wish they would make the Postal Service quest a free quest. I don't think there's any reason to do that quest if you're premium, since most of those posts are in free account areas. So let's just see if we can see Murius. And if we cannot, we'll call it a day. Yeah, the Minotaurs like playing tic-tac-toe, it appears. Oh, would you look at that? Some gold in the chest of drawers. And lamp. Okay, so we won't be saying hi to Marquin, and we get the key. Let's see. Chronicles of Mintwallin, but volume 5. Let's see if we can find the other volumes. There we go, there's some book. Tells another book, anything else here? No. Okay, so Murius would normally spawn in here. We won't bother finding him, it's just secret laboratory, keep out Marquin. I'm just going to use this place to log out safely. And read the books for now, while we wait for the combat marker to leave. Oh yeah, it definitely has to be Priam account. Let's see. Volume 4, empty book actually, and volume 5. So let's start with volume 4. There's probably more volumes upstairs, but yeah, I should probably gather all the books first. Let's go do this right now. I still have some time. So these are the tic-tac-toe drawers. Let's go upstairs now. Get rid of the mage. Grab his gold. Kill the guards. Those guards are kill stealing my minnows. Not cool. Okay, books are on the ground. Wonder if that's normal, or if someone was tampering with them. Purple robe, torch, alright, let's see. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Empty bookcases. And let's see, I cannot carry anything more. What do I have that is so heavy? Okay, it's just those books are very heavy themselves. I guess I'll just throw the meat away. So let's see. Volume 2, Volume 1, alright. I think we have all the volumes now. I'll just find some place where I can safely log out. Welcome to the pit. Very nice pit. And there's a dragon as well, alright. So we'll log out above the pit. But first, let's read all the Chronicles of Mintwallin. The City of the Minotaurs, written by Marquin, King of all Minotaurs. Volume 1, burned out. So actually someone has burned the first part of Chronicles of Mintwallin. Let's see where the second part picks up, and then we can consider what was left out. Volume 2 is burned out as well. Volume 3, there we go. The City of the Minotaurs, written by Marquin, King of all Minotaurs. Volume 3. We finally managed it to escape from the evil demon. We had to give up most of our land. Only the city Mintwallin is left. Many good warriors died. We blocked the way out of the city with a drawbridge. I hope that will keep the demon out. Now the only way out of the city leads to the labyrinth. Palkar gets more and more influence in the city. Mostly the younger minnows listen to him. Palkar sows discord. He wants to form a new army to investigate the labyrinth and to get back to the surface. I prefer living right here in peace. He is too strong. I had to allow him to lead some small groups of our Minotaurs to fight against the orcs and trolls. He is a very good commander, and so he is a danger to me. What the hell means Kaplar? Palkar conquered most of the tunnels and dungeons. He drove the trolls back. Perhaps he is right. Perhaps some days I will see the light of the sun again. Alright. Actually, I never realized this, but Kaplar is like an anagram of Palkar. P-A-L-K-A-R. Kaplar, Palkar. Wonder whatever that means though. Volume 4. Our excursion is at the end. Today many of our best warriors died. Palkar encountered a dragon that killed many of my minnows. It was Palkar's fault. He will never lead my army again, and I will never see the light again. I can't calm Palkar. He is full of energy, and I can't calm my own people. Many don't listen to me but to him. He wants to fight. A human made his way through the labyrinth. How could he find us? I wanted to get that out of him, but I could not understand him. I have him thrown in the jail. He will never come out of it. The black day of our chronicle. We had a fight within the walls of my beloved city. Minotaurs fought against Minotaurs, brothers against brothers, sisters against sisters. Palkar and his knights nearly won. But me and some others were able to defeat him. Now he and his men are outcasts. Day of Sorrow. The outcasts stole the key to our secret laboratory. That is worst of all. Now we can't make our milk, the source of our power. I managed to bring a dragon from the dragon pit at the outer entrance of our secret lab to guard it. He hurt me very hard. I needed much more power than I had. I am deadly injured. I hope this coughing will have an end. The orcs and trolls conquered some caves back, damn it. We are too weak now. We can't defend ourselves and my coughing gets worse and worse. Some of my men blocked the way from the secret lab to my chambers with a big rock. I think we are safe now. The outcasts made an alliance with a tribe of Cyclops. Now our former brothers are our worst enemies. They are hiding somewhere in the labyrinth. My oldest Minotaur of the city told me that my written words have many mistakes and that I will write in a terrible form. I killed him. I am a fighter, not a teacher. Okay, this is the 4th volume, an empty book, and volume 5. Chronicle of Mintwallin, the City of Minotaurs, written by Marquin, King of all... Minotaurs. Volume 5. I don't understand it, but the outcast must have a way into our city, Mintwallin. Today a group of them murdered my son Ian and some of my guards. I am deadly ill. I am coughing blood. I am full of sorrow and I am tired. So tired. I cannot defend my own city. My mage told me the coming of another threat. Some humans have killed the dragon and are advancing to our gates. I hope they won't find a way through the labyrinth. Alright, so this is the short story of Mintwallin, I guess. Let's see where this path leads. I wonder whatever they meant by losing their milk and the source of their power though. Are the Minotaurs usually more powerful? Have they been cut off from their milk source or something? No idea. Okay, so there's a hole actually and more dragons, okay. Let's get rid of those then. Technically not part of Mintwallin, I'd say. So we do have to explore here first. And I also kind of want to kill some dragons. Envelope from the wizards. Oh, I got some red powder now. Right, did I just... Well, never mind. No idea what those powder are supposed to do. Alright, so it's just 2 more dragons and then it's over. Nothing more. So let's get out of here. Well, there isn't much to the city of Mintwallin. Just a bunch of minotaurs. So I probably won't be doing any Mintwallin exploration myself. Yeah, same. I would like to check this entire lower area with a pickaxe. But definitely not right now. Right now I just want to go to sleep, so... As soon as the combat ends, so first I have to extinguish myself and then a couple minutes for the swords to disappear, but still. I'm already going to start saying my goodbyes while throwing bones and books into the lava. Very interesting that the first 2 parts of the Mintwallin history are completely burned out. You can only wonder whatever was happening back then. I suppose it just is some sort of introduction, I mean homage to how the area used to look. There used to be this single demon spawn. This is probably why the 3rd volume starts by "we were finally able to escape the demon", and it also is written the same way that original demon was named, with EA instead of just E. In any case, the demon, right? He must have been somehow related to those pages being burned out. The players could never really reach Mintwallin before. There was no Mintwallin, there was just this demon where Mintwallin is right now. And I guess they somehow wanted to connect those pieces of history just to make sense. Still, quite interesting to think that Marquin was the king of all Minotaurs, so we can assume all the Minotaurs came from here, and they are somehow related to the demon. We know that they weren't the demon's followers, at least we can assume that. There's no guarantee if you think about it, but in the end they gained independence from the demon or just was able to seal themselves off. Don't forget that they live very low underground, so it is more like an asylum, a getaway, rather than an actual city. Don't forget that the Marquin and Palkar, they wanted to see light again, which suggests that they were surface dwelling at some point. Interesting to think about that. Alright, in any case, I have to go now. Hope you guys enjoyed today's stream, and I'll see you sometime soon. Goodbye.